I want to go over today one of our main ways in our future national area that we get leads and referrals for our business. Referrals is one of the most important things that I think you need to master when you start a Mary Kay business. So it's on the top of your list of things to get really, really good at. It is better for you to do a zero sales party and walk away with 20 or 40 referrals than it is to go to a party, sell $500 and get no referrals. So what we're going to talk about today is the deserted island game. It wasn't originally my idea, but we have made a lot of changes to it and perfected it to make it easier for consultants. So we will have a sheet of paper that you'll get to print out as well to go over and use at your party. So you want to make sure that you have those printed up before you go to your party. And basically what you're going to do, the way that I like to do it is during my party, after I do skincare, and then I do my skincare, I do my foundation primer, and then in between that, before I go to foundation and color, I go ahead and I pass out the desert island sheets. And so take the sheets, pass them out, tell everyone at that point to go ahead and get out their cell phones. So we're going to play a game, and you guys are going to need your cell phones, so go ahead and get out your cell phone. So wait till everybody's got their cell phone out. Some will have it in the other room. Someone may have to go to the car. They're going to dig it out of their purse, whatever. You could be passing out the sheets during that time. So wait till everyone's back. Make sure everybody has pins. I keep cute little flower pins on the table so that I know that everybody has them. And then say, okay, we're going to pretend we have been stranded on a deserted island for 4 months with absolutely no beauty products at all. Oh my gosh, can y'all imagine? Like, what is your face going to feel like right now? It's going to be awful. And so I joke around with them and kind of kid around a little bit, about different things. And usually somebody's making comments about their hair, not having hair product and that type of stuff. And so then I say, okay, so pretend you've been stranded for 4 months. There's a boat on the way to rescue you. The Coast Guard's coming to rescue you, and the CNN news crew is on the boat. And so they're going to be here in about an hour, and you get your choice of one skincare and one glamour item from the choices on the top of the paper. And so I've already passed out these papers to them. And so I've instructed them to write their name at the top. If I'm doing this as a group class with multiple consultants, then I have them fill in who their consultant is. And that's important. I do that before I start explaining the game. So say, go ahead and put your name on, go ahead and put your consultant's name on and say, okay, boat's coming to rescue you. You've got 20-30 minutes before they get here, and you get to pick one skincare and one glamour item you would most want to have before they show up. I know, there's choices are right there. I know there's 100 things you could want, but you just get the choice of one each. And so they start agonizing over it to keep it going fast. I usually say you get like 20 seconds. If you don't pick one, you don't get any. So that makes them go ahead and circle something, since you don't want them taking forever. And say, okay, now this is the really fun part where did you guys have fun today? Yes, somebody said yes. So far, y'all had a great time. You like me. Okay, the biggest compliment that you can give me. And also, a way to kind of reward your friends a little bit is to refer them to me for their own pampering session like you had today. And they're also going to get a small gift certificate from me. Now, I am going to tell them that gift certificate is from you, but it's not going to cost you a thing. So they're really going to like you. You're going to make a whole bunch. If you don't have a lot of really good friends, this is going to help you make some new ones. And so I say what you're going to do is they're going to get to be referred for their own pampering session, skincare session with me, and also a makeover. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I am probably most likely going to text your friends. I'm going to offer them their pampering session, and if they are happy, they want to do that, great. If they don't, I am never going to bother them again. So I'm not going to bug your friends, but wouldn't you like for them to also have a pampering session like you had today? So now, and usually about that time, somebody's already starting to write. I'll be like, okay, now there's rules. No one can be writing yet. Yeah, I see you. No cheating. And so again, I'm joking with them and making them laugh. And so then I go over the rules with them. They're also, most of the rules are on the sheet. I say, now, the friends that you refer, they must be female. They must be at least 18 years or older. Now, I specifically say that I want them within like the local hour area. If you are working in other areas and maybe there's somewhere that's 2 hours away from your house that you want to work, then you can, or that you know that those people are from, then you can tell them that you'll do work referrals in that area. But generally, I do like a local hour and a half away from that area. I say down here, this is also important. If you guys have The same friends, only one of you can use. If you both know Susie Smith, only one of you can write Susie Smith down. So you're going to write down friends of yours that are female, at least 18 or older. Just as long as they wash their face, it's okay. So they'll want to do a pampering session. I said you need to write down name and number all at the same time. You can't write names down and go back and fill in numbers. And I say, okay, everybody ready? On your mark, get set, go. And this is the important part. You have to go busy yourself doing something else. Like usually I'm getting my color stuff ready, I'm cleaning up the table, I'm doing different things and letting them start writing. You only need one person to start writing for the rest to start writing, and usually they're already excited about that. And so once I tell them on their mark, get set, go, I say the first person that gets to 20 is going to get their glamour item today for free. And so that's what spurs them on to go ahead and write quickly and be the first one to get to 20. So I do the glamour item because it is less expensive. The most expensive thing on here is, I think it's like $15. So, your cost of that is half. And so I say, first one that gets to 20 is going to win their glamour item for free. And so then they start writing. And so while I'm cleaning up and busying myself with stuff, I am giving them ideas of who they can write down. So I say, it could be your mom, it could be your sister, an aunt, it might be somebody that you work with, a coworker, it could be friends from school. And if I see that they're hesitating a little bit too much, I'm like, don't overthink it. If they are a woman in your phone, you have their name and phone number in your phone, you can refer them. That is a great, they do not have to be your best friend in the whole wide world. And so I'm constantly giving them ideas of who they could write down. But the important part is that you're not like staring at them or they're staring at you, or if somebody's not writing anyone down, I kind of ignore them, and I'll start making little gestures with the other. I was like, I see who's got the most friends. Okay, Susie's going to beat all of you guys. Like, she is in it to win it. And so I'm just doing little cute things and joking around with them and that type of thing. And so the first one that gets to 20, if someone's getting there pretty quickly, then I like to say, you have to hold up your pen and you have to yell Mary Kay, you have to be excited or you don't win. So I do that. And so then once that person does finish writing, like a lot of people will stop and I'll say, no, don't stop, because there's going to be second place too. So for second place, I will tell them that they either get, a little bonus gift from me, or that they can have the skincare item that they picked for half price. But I don't tell them until we're done. So as long as they're writing, I let them keep writing, and I want to spur them on to continue writing. So, this works really good in especially your really tech-savvy groups. And so sometimes that is your younger groups, like women under 30. If you do have an older group of women, just kind of gauge how tech-savvy they are. Some of them will have, cell phones, and if they've been texting and playing on Facebook the whole time, then you're good to go. But if they look like the lady that's probably still carrying around an address book in her, in her pocketbook, then probably not the one to do this with. Because I really do need to have a cell phone to do that. So a few other things about this is that also on that sheet it says anyone that gives them 10 referrals does get a half price glamour item with their full price purchase today. So basically that means if they buy a glamour item, they can get a second one for half price. So while they're writing, I will remind them that you can get your glamour item an item for half price today. So especially if I'm in a smaller group, maybe it's just one or two people, and they're a little bit older and I don't want to do the free, like the race, or I don't want to do the free item, then I can say this is a way for you to get free and half price product from me, and then I can let them know if they give me 10 referrals, they get a free, a half price glamour item, and if they give me 20, then they can have a half price skincare or glamour item. Or you can choose to give them both. It's just worded so that if you only want to give them one of the two, that you can do that. So there is a backside too, especially with a lot of your sorority girls and stuff like that. They pride themselves on how many people they know, and so I've had many girls that say, I can write down 40 names easy, do you want me to? And I'm like, sure, you do get the bonuses on the back if you have more. So on the back, basically, once they get to 30, bonus travel size hand cream, one of your little mini hand creams off of section 2. And if they do 40 or more, then it says they get a purse size mascara as well. So the max that you're giving away for this is you can give away the one free glamour item, and then everybody else can get a half price item or two, and then just the mini hand cream and the mascara off the back. So as soon as they're done, everybody's done with the game and they're finished writing, it is important to go ahead and collect the sheets. Because there has been some times that I've had somebody start rethinking who they wrote down and start marking those names out, or even not really even think about it, put the sheet in their purse and take it home. So it is really important to go ahead and collect the sheets before you go ahead and finish with the game. I'll be like, okay, just pass those up here, or I'll walk around and pick them up, and then we'll go ahead and start doing color, and it really does help declutter the table also as well too. So then I will have these at my individual consultations. When you are going to book a party, this is a really powerful tool to book a party, because if a girl has just written down 20 of her friends, she can't really say, I don't know anyone to invite to a party. So it's kind of like, hey Susie, did you have fun today? What do you think about maybe, I know you just gave me a list of 20 people, why don't we see about getting a couple of those together for your glamour session so that you can get some more free product from me. And so that's a great way. You already have the guest list, so what I will do at that point after I book the party with her is I will ask her to go and star all of the people that she intends to invite to that party, because I do not assume she's going to invite all of them. There may be someone on the list she doesn't want to, and then I can go ahead and book that person. But I have her go ahead and star everybody that she would like to invite to the party. Follow up on these is very important. I make a point to, when I have a party, I will go stop at Starbucks or Tammera for 30 minutes before I go home, and I will contact a lot of my referrals. And so we're going to post a script and everything of exactly what I say and how I follow up. I do generally text my referrals that I get from the Deserted Island game, but calling them is good as well. So we'll probably post some scripts for both. But it's important that you use these in a timely fashion. So that you're having continual bookings. It's important that you do this at every single one of your parties, because if you're getting, there's almost no woman that cannot give you 10 or 20 referrals, okay? Like, it is very rare that I have somebody that only gives me 4 or 5. Almost everybody gives me 10 and 20 referrals. If you're getting 10 and 20 referrals from every single person you're doing a facial with, you're never going to run out of names. You will never have too many contacts or too many referrals. If you absolutely do and you cannot work them, you can give some to a new team member, and that is the most powerful thing you can ever do for a new team member, is that give them some leads to start working if they don't have them. So we'll post the scripts that I kind of follow up with them, but I have a system of how I do it. It's not going to be just one contact and you book them instantly. It's going to be a few. You're going to pick up 3 or 4 if you text about 20 of them, but your follow-up is kind of going to be key. And so, each of my personal contacts or referrals that I have, I contact 3 to 4 times, and I have a system for doing that before I have what I call a final message, and I do not contact that person anymore. But your follow-up is key, and so that's one of the most important things. And so we'll kind of post that, and we'll post the scripts for it. The other thing I do is that I staple these to my profile cards. So my profile cards for the party get stapled to the Deserted Island sheet, so I always know who my referrals came from. And then if I end up recruiting that person within a short amount of time, then I will give her the referrals from her and her friends. And that's not something else that we can talk about at a later time. But I think that's everything I needed to go over. If you will master this, and you'll master it very quickly, you will never run out of people to book for your business. You will always have fresh leads and names and numbers, and that is what makes your business keep growing.